Good morning. It's Terri in Danu's Irish Herb Garden. And today we've actually got a dry morning. So I've just popped out to collect some little hawthorn spriglets for an elixir I'm making for a workshop. And I'm just thinking about the medicinal qualities of hawthorn, how it's so good for the heart on a physical and an energetic level. And it just makes me think about lots of people seem to view herbs in the same way that they view allopathic medicine. And I've had lots of requests from people asking me, what can I take for X? Can you recommend something for Y? And while there are lots of herbs that would be under certain, categories, it's not really the way herbalism works. I'd just like to talk about the difference between allopathic medicine and herbal medicine because they're quite different. So in allopathic medicine, if you have a problem, you take a pill or you rub on a cream and it takes away the symptoms. So your headache goes away and your itchy rash goes away. But inevitably they return, and then you take another pill and you put on some more ointment. And this just continues on, and invariably symptoms get worse and they get worse and they get worse because you're treating the symptoms. In herbal medicine, it doesn't matter what name you put on the condition, whether it's measles or it's the flu or whether it's a headache, we treat the person. So we try to match a herb to the person as a whole, and the person has to be treated on every level because we're multifaceted beings. We're not just a physical entity. We've also got our mind and our emotions and our spirit, and they all need to be considered. Likewise, what's in our environment? Are we living in a toxic environment? Are we working in a difficult environment? Maybe we're under stress from those things, so that needs to be taken into account. So for those people who've been in touch, wondering if I can help them, I can't really help people until I see them in the flesh, because I'd need to ask them, what time do you go to bed? How do you sleep? What are your relationships like? How often do you go to the toilet? What are you eating? How do you cook your food? How do you react to the heat or the cold? There's so many questions that could be asked to determine which herb is right for you. So for example, if somebody can't sleep, I could say, well, yes, you could take valerian, you could take Californian poppy, you could take passiflora, you could take lemon balm. All of those herbs could help someone get to sleep, but that's just an umbrella. You need to get right down into the person's needs. So if somebody can't sleep, but it turns out they've got digestive complaints, maybe chamomile would be the best thing. Hawthorn is good for sleep too, but it wouldn't be the first thing you would think of. But depending on other symptoms and other circumstances of a person's life, hawthorn might be just the thing. So I hope that explains a little bit as to why I don't want to just recommend something in an allopathic way, giving you a herb that will match the symptoms. I prefer to give a herb that matches the person. And I think that is far more healing, far more powerful a way to do things. And it takes into account the whole person, because that's what healing is all about. Healing is from the word holistic, the wholeness. So it's a wholesome kind of treatment, and it's whole in that it treats the whole person. So today is a bit drier than usual. So while I have a window of opportunity, I'm collecting my little bit of extra hawthorn. I've also got a few little rosebuds in here. They also help the heart. So they make a lovely combination. And I see that there's lots of nettles, which I might take advantage of, because this is the third half. This would be the third harvest of nettles, and they're not all in seed yet, so should be good. If you decide you'd like to take herbs yourself and look after your own health, which is what I would encourage everybody to do, Before you start to take some herbs, you might want to create a healthy environment for the herbs to work at their best. So that would mean looking at your diet. Get rid of the junk food. Eat a wholesome diet which is really nutritious, and then your herbs are going to work much more successfully. There's no point taking herbs if you're eating junk food and fried food all the time, because the herbs are working uphill then. It's going to be a struggle for them. Likewise, if you need to take herbs for sleeping, you might first of all look at your diet and when you're last eating in the evening, because if you're eating very late, your body's trying to digest the food and you're trying to get to sleep. Or there might be something in your bedroom. You may have TVs and computers switched on, and the electromagnetic field of those are impacting on you as well. So there's things you can do physically around you that would help address your sleep issues. Otherwise, you're just throwing your time and money, and the herbs will be wasted. So yeah, it's a holistic therapy, which is why you also address your diet and your stress. And that's so important in our current world, because there is such stress that everybody's facing. And winter is coming on, so you want your immune system to be really strong. So just try those tips. And then I'll be doing a video on winter wellness anyway. And there's others already there in the YouTube channel. So I've got to get on, and I hope you have much health and many blessings for health, and take care of yourself. If you've enjoyed this video, please subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.